Good morning.
Raising the roof.
I like starting the show that way now.
Yeah, I like it too. I think you should let it play a little longer. When I listen back to our last one, it actually sounds more professional and more like a real. Keep it playing. Let it play in the background a little bit. That's how they do. Yeah, so we played like real intense for a while. Yeah, and then
turn down and be like, I got a problem. I got a problem with the people up in Capitol Hill. That's what I want to talk about this morning. I'm pissed off.
Now, maybe you're nothing like me, or maybe you are. Maybe you feel the same way.
Hey, let's head over to. Maybe I'm completely different. Andrew Luck should still be playing football, folks. Yeah, listen. We're refining it. We're refining the structure of the show after 60 episodes. What is that?
This is a historical milestone for us. Today marks the first day I show up having prepared things to talk about.
Wow, half a page of notes. That's pretty good.
Sat down last night, put the game on, and just slip the mind, gin it up a little bit.
Yeah, that looks good. So what do you got? Well, first of all, you're buying an iPhone. Are you going to buy an iPhone today?
Online? Yeah. I let me see what time it opens.
Yeah.
Let me see what time the Apple Store opens. Apple Store hours. Oh, I'm going to be very frustrated. Okay, 8 a.m. So we've got a little bit of time.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so what I have is really it's kind of football heavy because I was watching football at the time, and I think that's where my mind was. But there's some other stuff. There's some other non-football stuff.
All right.
And it has nothing to do with the game last night because I barely watched it.
Just general American football stuff.
Well, first is Matt Canada. Very fascinating subject. Where do you stand on the Matt Canada issue?
You know what? And I actually feel okay about talking about this because I don't follow it that much.
No,
obviously
but
neither of us live in Pittsburgh.
That's very funny.
But it's funny to not know everything and have a strong opinion about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's one of the things I noticed too. It's like and at some point, who's right? The people who know all the details or the people who just look at it at surface level and say, well, they're not scoring points, so he should be fired.
And this happens with a lot of stuff, right? It's not just like, I love when you get into this situation, no matter what you can talk about anything, but the general population has an opinion about something. So you assume it's true. And I don't mean stuff like the election, right? Election interference. I'm talking about just like stuff that just doesn't matter to your day-to-day life. Like everyone hates Matt Canada. I have no idea what's going on, like why everyone would hate him, right? Like I'm not in those meetings. What are his plays? I don't know. I don't even play football.
Are there new plays to be come up with in football? Like, are there?
Yeah, really.
I guess it's just like shifting around players and making the defense confused, right? Or different personnel packages. I'm sure like there's a million different variables, but I feel like NFL has been around for a while now. Is it really up to a guy to like call the best plays? Is that how games are won? Like if you're playing Madden against each other and I call better plays, do I win? I guess so.
Maybe.
Guys get open. Yeah. I really don't understand what an offensive coordinator does.
By the way, when you're playing Madden, you find the best play and you run it every time. That's how you do it. Or two plays maybe out of the same formation. That's it. That's all you need. So that's what they should be doing.
Like, you find a couple plays and then you have like a couple audible routes. Right? That was
Yeah,
my thing. Like there are a couple of plays where like if you send this receiver all the way out and then do a thing, then like they're open every time. Have you?
Let me get So
I
what's
think
your
the most-
opinion on Matt Canada?
I don't know. Like I think my like if I'm trying not to make fun of Pittsburgh fans and just think about it honestly, I think okay. So by the way, the reason I wanted to say this, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I'm going to cut this up and put it on YouTube as two outsider Steeler fans talk about Matt Canada. Right? I feel like
Okay.
that would be a funny title. That was the genesis of this idea. So yeah. So what do I think? I think that Matt Canada. I don't understand how it's that hard to score points. Like I watch every other team in the NFL throw touchdown after touchdown, and the Steelers, it looks like they are playing a different game. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But I really think that has much less to do with Matt Canada than people would like to believe. I think that Kenny's very easy to root for, so he's very hard to blame.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what Matt Canada could do differently versus what like, anyone else in the organization could do differently.
Like Matt,
maybe he goes
if you don't do it this game, Matt,
I'm going to be real angry. I'm going to be awfully sore at you. Maybe it's time to break out the all fake punt offense that I came up with when I was 8 years old, where you just line up for a punt every time and you fake it every time. And then they're like, they're not going to fake it again. They're going to actually kick it this time.
I've really gone down the rabbit hole with Matt Canada though. Like I look up, because I'm trying to figure out like what someone who actually knows what they're talking about thinks he's doing wrong. Like, what is it? What cardinal sin is he committing?
Is there any national press around Matt Canada?
A lot.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, like the biggest names, Mike Greenberg, Colin Cowherd, Rich Eisen, they're all weighing in on it right now.
Because they all hate. You know what? And is this a good example of the national media? Mike Greenberg, right? Is that right? Mike Greenberg.
Mike Greenberg, yeah.
He doesn't fucking know about the Steelers' inner workings. He's getting fed that from people who follow the Steelers closely. And they're like, oh, hey, everyone hates Matt Canada again. Brooke Pryor is saying, hey.
Brooke Pryor, beat reporter.
Yeah. Gary Dulac is
Jerry Dulac. Gary Dulac.
He's sending Mike Greenberg. Bob Smizek's out there hitting up, having dinner at Morton's with Mike Greenberg and telling him, hey,
when I was
everyone hates Matt Canada.
I used to get Bob Smizek and who's the film critic from the Today Show?
Ebert? Roger Ebert?
No.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna bother me.
Siskel.
Well, no, maybe Siskel and Ebert were film critics, but there was another one who looked like Bob Smizek. That's why I would get them confused. He had Bob Smizek had like the Krusty the Clown type hair.
Yeah.
It was like that. It'll come to me, but I can just look it up. Anyway, I used to get them confused, but yeah, it is someone like Bob Smizek feeding, and Brooke Pryor and Gary Dulac feeding them, and Dejan Kovacevic.
Yeah, I've had a couple back and forths with him.
So have I.
I mean, that was kind of cool, right? We were super fans of the Pirates, and those guys were accessible. Like the beat reporters understood. I think part of their job was like, listen, you got to interact with the fans because that'll keep them focused. He used to have that. It was like a mailbag and a couple of things.
He does it. So I still listen to him on YouTube. He's still doing, like, he's gone out on his own now. He has DK Sports, which I don't know if that's DraftKings or Dejan Kovacevic.
I think it's his name. Okay, I want to find one of my mailbag. Hang on.
He and I have gone back and forth on Twitter a couple times about Wordle as well.
Ah, shit. It's
He was-
behind
he
a
was the
fucking
one-
firewall, paywall,
Powerwall. Tesla
Powerwall.
Powerwall. He's the one who inspired me to get a Wordle streak because he was bragging about. Oh no, he didn't brag. I actually asked him what his longest Wordle streak was, and it was like 40 something. And then I crushed it, and I told him about it on Twitter.
What do you say? I
He didn't
can't
respond.
get to it. I can't get to. You don't have you don't have a Post Gazette subscription, do you?
Unfortunately, I don't.
You're not one of the four
I'm
or
sure my
five people that
sister
have
does.
you don't have a four. Yeah.
I'm sure
You're not
does.
one of
She
the four.
gets it daily.
That's right. Well, she lives there. That's
Yeah.
different. Do people still get? I mean, I have a Wall Street Journal subscription, but I don't get the Wall Street Journal.
Well, then you should call them and say and complain.
I don't get a physical copy of the Wall Street Journal. I feel like all that newspaper subscriptions are ways for people to know that you're away on vacation. That's it. That's like the only
Piling up.
thing that happens. Yeah. Like, let's go hit this house.
But I really do think that we've missed out on a special kind of experience that our dads got to have.
Which is what? Getting a newspaper?
Yeah.
You can still do that.
Yeah, not the same. Everyone was doing it together. It wasn't just one man and one newspaper. It was many men with many newspapers. Okay, would you like to know the second topic?
Yes, please.
Well, okay, so still on Matt Canada. Have you ever worked with a Matt Canada?
Someone
Have
with
you
that
worked with
specific
someone-
name? Called Matt Canada?
Someone who is universally known to be terrible at their job and soon to be fired.
Yes. And they stick around.
Will you name their name?
No, I'm not going to. I do know. Of course not. No, I'm not going to
I
do
looked
that.
back on that question and I thought, I don't think I'm going to get very far with that one.
Yeah. How about you? Why don't you go start naming names?
Yeah, I don't think I have. I mean, I just think that sales is a little bit different where like everyone's trying usually. Like sometimes you get someone who just doesn't give a shit and like doesn't work at all, but that's not really a Matt Canada. This guy seems to be trying and just can't figure it out.
Yeah, sales, if you're not, I mean, it's pretty black and white whether it's going to work or not, whether you're sticking around.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Complete the sentence. Tears of the Kingdom, more like.
Give me the first word. Is only one word changed?
No. This is an open exercise.
Oh, I thought you had something in mind.
No, just complete. I went through like 100 of these in my head yesterday. I don't know why. I was in the shower and I was like, Tears of the Kingdom, more like beers and some ping pong.
Maybe.
I just kept doing them.
Oh my God.
It was really fun.
Let me get my notepad and write that down.
That's exactly what happened. I got out of the shower and I got my notepad.
Straight to the
Tears
notepad.
of the Kingdom, more like ears
I don't know.
on my ding dong.
Yeah, you got something.
More like fears. I don't know. I thought you would have a funny one.
That's a tough one, man. Those are tough words to match.
Think about it. Let it stew.
Yeah. Okay.
How
I got
do you
homework.
feel about your oven light?
Kind of unnecessary.
I knew you'd have an opinion.
The times, and I always leave it on. Like I never remember to turn it off, right? Because you open it and it's on. So you forget that you manually turned it on.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't specific. The hood light, not the light that illuminates the inner chamber of the oven.
Okay. Rarely used.
Right.
But when it's on, I'm like, I kind of like this.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. I think I'm willing to say that the oven light is my favorite light in every place I've lived. It's just got a good, subtle, chill glow to it.
Our kitchen's crazy. There are multiple different lights They when they put these lights in the kitchen, I don't know what they were thinking. There's recessed lighting, okay, around the ceiling. In the middle, there's like a light fixture, two separate lights. Like you can turn one on, you can turn both of them on. And then around underneath the cabinets, there's lights.
Like down lights.
Like down lights underneath the cabinets, and then the oven light.
I like those too. They're very similar to oven lights.
That's right. So I think what you're saying is the oven light at night, when it's the only light on, it's like we're winding down.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of illumination.
Right. If you want to pop in the kitchen, get a drink, it's not dark.
Yeah.
On in. Kitchen's closed, but dry food options are available. I love it. I don't know why. I love it. Like I like to play around a lot with lighting configurations in the home. Big on lighting. You know, I've got all the hue lights so I can control the dim level. I like, and I'm like pretty intense about it. Are you the same way?
I am. I have a specific percentage that I will allow them to go to.
That's right. What's as high as you'll go?
20 on the one. So there's, again, in our main room with the TV, there's like 9 small recessed lights on 2 different circuits. So you can turn some of them on and some of them off. The ones around the outside of the room are on one, and one of them shines like directly over the chair that I usually sit in. And it's kind of reclined, and it's like, boom, right? I can see it. It's like bright. So 20% is the magic number.
It's all you need. It's all you need.
The ones in the middle can go up higher. I do think, I know you agree with me. We've talked about this. We need lamps. We need some floor lamps. We need light that shoots up. I don't want light that comes down. It feels like I'm in the office. I don't like it.
I don't like it. It feels like I'm being bombed from above with light. Like there are bombers flying overhead, just dropping payloads of light on my head, exploding.
It's not great. I just got a lamp from this office. Same thing. Like I don't want to use the lights up here on the ceiling, and so I got a lamp that I use exclusively now. Like even in this is what I'll work in. This is the light I will work in. It's on full blast right now. That's all I need.
That's all you need, man. I mean, this room's got natural lighting, so it's a little bit different. But when it's not, I just go with lamp over here. There's like a big chandelier thing above me that I never, ever, ever, ever turn on. Like I just hate. Ugh, drives me nuts. Okay, so I knew the oven light was going to get some conversation going. This is it's an important light. Now, why can't we put oven lights in other areas of the home? Where would you suggest
another location for an oven type light?
Well, I guess if I'm just being practical about it,
we got to. By the way, we got to talk. We got to start calling it a surface light, because that's what it is. It's not an oven light. Oven light. There's a button that says oven light, and when you press it, it doesn't turn on the one you're talking about. It turns on the one in the oven.
Right. It's called surface light
on our microwave. Surface light.
One sec. Got it. So you turn it on from your microwave?
Yeah. No. Yes. We turned the surface light on from the oven. I was thinking we were talking about the oven light. I turned the surface light on from the microwave. You turn it on from the oven?
Our microwave is in the island in our kitchen.
So how do you turn on the? Oh, there's like a physical like button.
Buttons. Yeah, there's like fan buttons and then the light button. It's actually pretty nice. You push it in. It's a very good feeling.
Yeah, I do like that. And ours is just like it's like a number button on the microwave.
I mean, it doesn't feel as good, but at least you knew what it was called because it was a label.
Surface light.
Yeah. No, I've crossed out oven and wrote surface here in my notes. So we won't have to have this conversation again.
We're drilling down to the final version of your show notes.
We've got a few things. Boy, there's some good stuff on here. Did you watch the game last night, or have you watched any Thursday night games?
A little bit. I watched a little bit of it, not much.
Did you see the next gen stats viewing option?
I think I might have when I turned it on, but I didn't explore. So what is it?
It's interesting. It's basically like watching. It's basically like watching Madden. It makes it look like you're watching people play Madden. When there's nameplates over the players, when they hand the ball off, you see a line tracing his path where he's running, behind him. They will, if someone gets broken into the open field, they'll show you how fast they're running in miles per hour. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting, when you first land on it, you're like, this is great. This is how I'm going to watch football now. And then after a while, you're like, what is this really giving me? Like I see where they're going with it, and it's going to be great. But the real advantage of it is the camera angle.
Is it Skycam?
It's not quite Skycam. It's not quite all 22 either. Somewhere in the middle of those things. I don't know where.
But
it might
from
be
the end
Skycam.
zone. From the end zone.
No, it's not end zone view. But you get more. You can see more of the play developing. You can watch the receivers run out.
Hey, you got 4 minutes till his iPhone goes on sale.
Better get teed up.
Yeah.
Better get locked in here, man.
You got to share your screen. We got to walk through this together. Josh's going to buy the most expensive iPhone ever created.
You know what? I'm just to be sporting. I'm going to get the 1 terabyte storage version. Okay.
By the way, I am not judging about.
That's a real thing.
Fine. I am not.
It still says pre-order.
I'm not hating on the fact that it's the most expensive phone ever. We use our phones more than we use anything else in our lives. If you want a nice one,
there's no shame in buying a nice phone. Yeah, absolutely.
No,
how much was your phone? The Pixels are like $1,000 too.
It was less than that. I think it was
okay. It was
$700. It wasn't that much, man. It wasn't.
We're sitting in front of the internet. I can check. You sure you want to stick with the 700?
$799 at tops.
Okay, that's 800 then.
I'm going to say that was tops. 7 Pro.
Okay,
look it up.
Pixel 7 Pro MSRP. $899, $900, just like I fucking said.
I must have gotten a deal.
Yeah, see, it's $650 now. It was $900. Right. So you're not spending $1,200. You spent $900.
I'm saying I'm not saying I just said I don't mind spending a lot of money on a phone. I'm on your side here.
I appreciate it. But you got to remember that you haven't yet seen the price of what I'm considering buying.
Yeah,
what you saw is the price for the Pro at the smallest memory configuration. What I'm talking about is the Pro Max at the largest memory configuration. So Pro Max is starting from $1199. And then if I go to 1 terabyte, it's $1,600.
Smart. That's smart. Hey. It's a very Josh Selkovitz purchase.
Yeah.
You gotta have you're like under a minute here.
Right? Yeah, well, it's until pre-order goes away.
We got to get up the nuclear clock.
Let me make sure I'm signed in.
Was it nuclear clock? Atomic clock.
Yeah.
The nuclear clock's the one that tells us how much time we have until we have a nuclear war.
I don't think they have one of those.
30, 33, 34. You got 25 seconds.
Oh my! I'm signed in.
I'll tell you when to hit refresh.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Refresh. This atomic clock is official U.S. time, my ass.
All right, let me check something. So what I've been waiting for is the Okay, so let's go through the actual product. Okay, so we want natural titanium. We want 512 or 256. I have 256 now, and I have like 180 gigs available, so I definitely need 512. Yeah, I'm going to trade a smartphone in. I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which means I will get up to $580. Do I want to buy it or finance it? Well, let's see. 36 months after trade-in with selected carrier deals. Let's see what kind of carrier deals we got. Verizon. Ooh, 829. I'll take it. Sold. Okay, now here's the Apple Care, Rich. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in Apple Care with additional coverage for theft and loss. If you lose your phone or it gets stolen, they give you a new phone. It's $13 a month or $269 for 2 years. I usually do the 2 years of coverage for $269. See, this is what I'm waiting for. Pickup. In-store availability. Because otherwise it says November 13th. By the
Can
way,
you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear those? Okay, all right.
Yeah. Buying a phone is like buying a phone is like not just buying a phone anymore. Like, this is complicated.
It always was. It was never easy.
I guess that's true.
I've never bought a phone off the internet. Like, that's something I still go into a store to get.
Oh shit, we need Allison for this.
Allison, can I have the credit card number, please? Don't worry what it's for.
Her number's on the Verizon account. It's one of the, we split up the bills to manage them, and she got the Verizon account. I got to take it over.
That's right. Hey.
Can't get any farther without Allison.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess we could. We just wouldn't be able to do the Verizon deal. Here, let's see if let's open a new tab and see if it's still
available,
or if it's still saying pre-order.
It's 8:02, so it's.
I guess maybe they don't go on sale until like a certain time. Let's see.
Oh,
when is iPhone released? What time is iPhone released? Following launch date. What? 8 a.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. And they will appear in stores on September 22nd. Well, today's September 22nd. Mm-hmm.
And the atomic clock.
So this is the Apple newsroom. Oh, look at this picture. That chick is pumped.
I can't see anything.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, she's happy. She got it. Is that from earlier today?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. This is the newsroom. So I guess other people can have one, but I can't. I guess I have to go to Apple Central World in Bangkok. Look at this. You look right here? That's how much money you give us. All of it. What's up? I'm into this guy. He's got a necklace that says 2015 and a shirt that says, "What's up?"
Did he get two?
One's in a box and one isn't, so I'm going to assume that means he's. Yeah, let's go with he got two. I like that.
He got two of them. I can't imagine going. Here's what I think is funny. I don't mind spending the money to get these things, but I can't imagine going and waiting in line.
Oh, I'm going to do it today.
Anything.
Well, the last thing, line, you make an appointment, but yeah, like I can't imagine standing in line for anything.
If all those people made appointments, then they need
to
revamp the appointment system because look at that.
These folks. Oh yeah, you're right. That's a line. Oh my god,
everyone's got an appointment. It's like you're going through the fucking airport security line.
It's exactly like that.
Do they have enough for all those people? There's 200 people in that picture.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, is there? Well, so no. I mean, clearly, if I want to pre-order the phone, it's not going to come until November, right? So what I'm counting on, and what I always count on with iPhones, is just the store's inventory. Now, I'm guessing that the store inventory is going to be less and less and less every year because people are going to the store less and less and less every year.
They should do. He's pumped. They should do Apple pop-up shops every time they want to sell an iPhone. Just take over
titanium. It's good looking, man. It's good looking. Or maybe that's the white titanium. I don't know, but those rounded quarters make such a big difference. Apple, you got to take your hat off. They are a design, like, think, where else in our life do we get beautiful utilitarian devices? It doesn't exist. Like the Pixel
I bet
is
we can
beautiful.
come up with one.
The iPhone is beautiful. No, okay. Name one.
Let's think about it. It. I'm looking around.
Like things that have premium materials where the form factor has been fretted over, or they care about the angles of slope. You don't hear stainless steel, titanium, aluminum. These metal and glass, these things are not used in today's products. It's rare you get something that's like belongs in a museum because it's so pretty.
You're right. I'm sure the engineers are not often talking about the angles of slope, as you just noted.
Oh no, they are.
Angles of slope. I will tell you one thing.
They definitely are.
I'll give you a brand. I'll give you a brand that is premium, but I love it because of the design. And I have
we got the passcode from Allison.
Uh-oh. Yeah, sorry. Hold that thought. But I got one for you. I have one.
Okay, lay it on me.
Tom Bin. Does that name mean anything to you?
Tom Bin.
Bihn. Focus on your task at hand here.
Okay.
Everyone,
I don't
four people watching want to see, including me, want to see you
iPhone?
Spend $1,600.
We're going to need another code from Allison. Another one will be needed,
honey,
shortly.
Can you?
And all caps, I'm writing to her, stay locked in. Love that.
By the way, I'm not hating on that either. I'm still on my parents' cell phone plan. You know that.
No, I didn't. That's awesome.
I pay more than my portion every month, but I'm still on their plan. And so when I go buy a phone, my mom tells a story.
Know what? Fuck this.
When I bought this. All right, sorry.
That's it. No. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I had to call my mom I was late 30s. Not this phone, but the phone I bought before. I had to call her from the store and ask her and like put her on the phone with the rep to give the password.
Really?
To buy a phone in my late 30s.
Well, I mean, if I talk to young people in the office who are typically the people that are still on their family's plan, my advice to them is to never get off of it. Latch on as long as possible.
I'm trying. Again, it's I'm paying more than my share. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship.
I mean,
one of the very few.
For being locked in, Allison's taking her sweet, sweet time with these passcodes. She responded and said, "Okay, I'm locked."
Sure, she's not locked out of the house. Locked into an answer on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, we got it. We got a code.
Okay. That's a lot of lines. Sure, it's just you two?
Those are randomized just for security. Only one of those was one of our phone numbers.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's keep
this is why you can't do it online.
At least one of these rate plans is not eligible for this special deal. Changing in. God damn it, Allison. This plan is not eligible or keep your current. Okay, whatever. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not putting down a down payment for 0% interest.
That's right. He's a businessman doing business.
Yeah, what do you think? I'm an idiot? What do you think? I'm stupid?
Knows.
What do you think? I'm a friggin' idiot? Good God.
This is why you got to go in.
Yeah,
this is why you got to go in.
I just got to go in.
You got to go and wait in line. Like all those people in Bangkok. Oh, well, here we go.
Only one. Like, there's so many goddamn. Oh, because I have another one in here. It says the same thing. This is it. God damn it. So I guess this is the one.
Hey,
yeah,
$54. That's nothing.
Yeah, well, that's all I owe today. So let's see.
Let's do it.
Ships
in 6 to 7 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
All those suckers, huh?
At the Apple Store.
All those suckers who.
Okay, I've got another way to do this. How do I do this?
41-year-old man buys an iPhone.
Screw this. I'm done with it. I give up.
That was a good effort, Josh. I think
thanks, buddy.
I speak for everyone. He tried, folks. Josh couldn't buy an iPhone is the new banner.
Now I've got this useless pile of shit next to me all day that I have to try to pretend to like. I don't like it. Now I'm mad. Okay. You ready?
Tom Bin. We'll talk about brands.
Yeah,
you're a brand guy. I know you like Tom Bin stuff. It's luggage.
Never heard of it.
Functional luggage.
I'm a Briggs and Riley man.
Well, let me tell you. I'll show you this. They have a distinct kind of vibe and look.
Okay.
And I'll show you that right here. Right? It's kind of like this looks pretty handsome. Let's go to the best sellers. Backpacks. Right?
Yeah.
Functional. What the thing we were talking about is like functional stuff with good design, right? That was the criterion.
I don't know that I would. I see where you're going with this. I don't think these guys are winning design awards.
Okay, the backpacks are a little dad looking. I've got like this. I've got this one. I packed this thing full. This is the only bag I took to London for 3 days.
Impressive. I mean, those kind of bags are great.
They are. I needed one. I had an old duffel bag that I bought in college, and that was what I was using. It was like the over-the-shoulder duffel bag. It was just uncomfortable to carry. Yeah. This one, I wanted like a backpack thing. I'm taking this to Chicago next week. Like I was rolling a rollerboard a mile to the office. Fuck that. I'm not doing that again.
Right. I mean, and I also think that like the rollerboards are you can't look cool with a rolling suitcase.
It's tough. It is funny. I do. So do you roll it behind you, or do you roll it like next to you?
Yeah. So I got the Briggs and Riley 4-wheeler now, which is like it's pretty fun to roll around with you because you can like whip it around and it keeps up. It's good rolling. Highly recommend the Briggs and Riley carry-on.
I've got this. This is a laptop bag.
Okay,
it's great.
I can see that there's some. I see where you're coming from here. There's some thought put into this. It's utilitarian, but it looks cool. Yeah, this guy looks awesome. He's yellow plaid with the suit. I love that.
The laptop actually goes in none of the pockets you can see with zippers. It's in the back, and this is big. This middle pocket. So these two are big. This middle pocket, you can fit a 32-ounce Nalgene in there. It doesn't look like you can, but the space is huge. That's what I love about these bags is there is like a space for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, we can
I do
talk,
like that. I do like that. That's a nice looking bag. But it's not any, like, I would say to me is arguably like a more it's just more mainstream. But they're handsome bags. They're well designed. Yeah.
I don't want mainstream.
No, I know you don't.
I've got a friend, and you are not this friend to me. Because I know what you like. And you and I don't typically like the same things. There are some things that we really like, but a lot of things we don't. I've got a friend who when I'm looking for something, I ask, like, what do you know about this? And he has like done the research.
Yeah.
Right?
I love
he knows
people like that.
Yeah, it's so great. Because then I just like, okay, cool. And ABC pants. Yeah. He was like, get them. They're great. Yeah. Okay. And then I bought 10 pair. Yeah. Like, I need a backpack. You can do Tom Bin. You can do these other brands. And I'm like, done.
If you would have come to me with that, I would have given you some very high end recommendations. Because I have a couple backpacks and they were not good purchases. Actually, they're great. They're just like, hey, I'll show you one of them right here.
You seem to make decisions on stuff that ends up not working out.
Well, that's the story of my life, Rich.
A lot.
This bag I like a lot. It's a navy blue. It's got canvas and leather on the bottom.
Oh my God.
I'm
put that thing on.
I'm fashion only, not necessarily utility. So
do you take that to work?
No, I used to, but I don't anymore. It was great. When I was living in the city, you need a backpack because like you're walking everywhere.
Yeah,
all the time.
Agreed.
Now
I
just
agree
have
with
a shoulder bag, and it's not that bad.
So my office it's like a mile from the house, and it's the same building, has a Whole Foods in the the ground floor. It's rare that I don't stop at that Whole Foods to buy something to eat for dinner, to make for dinner, like a steak or whatever, fish, and then walk it home. And I'm not carrying something in my hands.
No, that's crazy.
Again, it's not a great look.
No, it's like never
wearing
a good
backpack.
Look. Never. Especially if you have to wear a suit or a sport coat. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't have that, which is good. But like it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's the utilitarian. The utility of it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Carry groceries in it. I did it yesterday.
Yeah, man. Look, carrying things on your back is practical. Doesn't look good. I don't think anyone's cracked that code yet. I don't think anyone's created. Maybe like the really high end stuff, like Louis Vuitton stuff, as much as I don't want to like it, is all very cool. Right? Like I don't love the big logos all over everything, but like then I see NFL players with the leather Louis Vuitton backpacks. I'm like, they look very cool.
They look cool because they
look cool.
Those guys are fit and they make everything look cool, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's them that's cool, not the bag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
they can wear Tom Bin dad bags and make it look cool. It doesn't matter.
But they don't. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Rank these NFL broadcast pairs.
Okay.
So NBC, CBS, Fox, ESPN, Amazon, and NFL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups.
Well, do you have the names?
Yes, I do. So NBC, you got Tirico and Collins this year, with Terry McCauley with your officials, and I think it's Melissa Stark.
Yeah,
on the sideline. You got Jim Nance, Romo with Tracy Wolfson.
Yep,
on the sideline. I like that name, Tracy Wolfson.
Dean Blandino in the booth.
I'm saving that for last. Okay, that's the last thing on this list. You got Burkhart and Olsen, which is a big changeup over at Fox, with Aaron Andrews on the sideline. So probably best sideline reporter. I don't know who Burkhart is, but I know who Greg Olsen is. A lot of people like Greg Olsen. Kevin Burkhart, yeah. And then on ESPN, we have John Buck and Troy Aikman. with
John Buck.
Joe Buck. I was getting
Yeah.
confused with his dad.
I don't know. I don't know what his dad's name is, but it's Joe Buck.
Okay, his dad's name is John. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and you got Salters on the sideline. Good name, Lisa Salters. Like that.
Iconic. These are all the A teams. They've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Except for Fox.
Amazon has Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit with Terry McCauley again. He's on 2 teams. And
Nice.
then
Good for him.
The NFL Network has Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner.
That's last easily.
They do like 2 games a year, and Rich Eisen is not the guy for that. Like, I hate.
He's not a
listening to games. He's not a
play-by-play guy. Yeah.
No. All right. So what do you think?
I think it's Romo Nance. I like them.
Well, hold on. Before we go to the main, give me the best sideline.
I don't fucking care about who's on the sideline, dude. I really don't.
Give me the breakdown.
I care more about the
Salters and Tracy Wolfson.
I care more about who is. I don't care. I don't care. I care more about who's reviewing the plays, who the ex official is in the booth reviewing the plays, or at the command center in Atlanta, or wherever they are. I
speak for everyone when I say that the sideline reporter is the most important part of every broadcast team.
I like them all equally on the sideline.
Yeah, you don't like any of them, is what you're saying.
No further comment.
Yeah,
I
really don't bring
Romo's
a lot
great.
to the table.
Romo's great. He was great in that first year, right? He was calling out plays, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this guy knows what he's talking
came
about."
Up. I can order my iPhone and pick it up tomorrow.
Boom. Share it. Share the screen.
All right, hold on. I just added something. I mean, I don't think I'm going to buy it here because of all the problems. I'm going to probably try to go today or tomorrow. But now it says tomorrow at Apple Willowbook. Let's see if I can pick it up today anywhere. Pick it up at a store near me. Available tomorrow, available today. I just got to go 17 miles away to Rockaway, New Jersey, or into the city where I can get it at pretty much any store. So maybe I'll go pick up Allison from when she comes in on the train today and go pick up an iPhone. We'll see.
There you go. Yeah. Find parking in Manhattan.
But it's actually not that hard. It's
really?
It really isn't. They've done a very good job of, well, you can either put it in a garage, which is, the prices on parking garages in Manhattan are unbelievable. The monthly rates, thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah. I remember we passed one of those outdoor parking spots that had them on the lift where you put your car on a lift. Yeah. And it was like $900 a month to have your car outside on a lift that would take 20 minutes to get it down. You had to plan to go anywhere with your car.
But it's the longer term parking that's a problem in Manhattan.
Okay.
Usually if I were to go to Soho, depends on what time, right? Like if I go at I don't know. I'm not going to be able to do that today because my last meeting isn't over till 4. But if I were to go at 2:30, I feel pretty confident I'd be able to get through the tunnel quickly. But coming back it would take me forever to get through the tunnel. It would take an hour and a half to get home. So I don't know if it's worth all that when I can just wake up on Saturday morning and go grab one. So that's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's good restraint.
Yeah.
Wait 24 hours to spend $1,800 on a phone.
Yeah, right. Bonus points.
Being responsible.
Is Dean Blandino the best name to say with a Pittsburgh accent?
Dean Blandino. Tony Romo's is pretty good.
Dean Blandino.
Pittsburgh Dad calls him Romo. I love how Pittsburgh Dad adds S's. That's so great. He's got a good, and it's funny because we were texting a little bit when we were watching the Monday night game, which, by the way, is no longer, it's almost annoying that they play on Monday nights now.
It's ridiculous.
It used to be the game of the week, and it's it feels like an exhibition game anymore. It's on ESPN. It's just remember how when we were growing up, they had that
ABC.
It was it was NBC and it was ABC,
ABC.
for a while.
Yeah.
ABC.
Yeah.
They had that song, which also I like. The coffee is kicked in. I'm all over the place right now. I like envisioning and imagining people who love the intro songs to sporting events. Like they tune in early specifically so they don't miss it. There's one on Thursday nights, maybe not Thursday night. There's definitely one on like Sunday night and Monday night, right?
Yep.
They both have songs.
Like pretty good ones. If
Like
I must
long.
say so. Yeah, long.
They're not good.
Night, Sunday night, here we come. Gonna grab a popcorn and have some fun. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and they hate each other's guts. Watch them get concussions on Sunday night.
Yeah. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
Carrie Underwood.
it's just, why do they have those?
Yeah, it's a good
Why
question.
do they have
I
those?
think because
Why do
the
they-
Hank
what-
Williams
what is
Jr. became huge.
Football game. Well, that was the one, right? And it was just, I didn't like him then, but it was
Dude,
kind of iconic.
Picture Carrie Underwood sitting down to write that song.
So that's actually one of her songs, right? But they changed the words.
One of her songs is "I've Been Waiting All Day for Sunday Night."
There's a song that is that same tune that she
I see.
changed the words to, which makes it worse.
You think she performs that on when she tours?
I think she performs the real song, and people are like, "Wait, are you singing the Sunday Night Football song?"
No, I'm saying, do you think she performs the Sunday Night Football song?
I'm guessing she doesn't, but I would bet 80% of the people who show up to those shows are like, "Oh, this is the Sunday Night Football song." Sing the one from Week 14, 2011.
I want to hear the Carrie
Who's your best
Carrie
version?
Underwood actual song. I think it's an original song.
I don't. I know it's not.
Okay, give me the actual. I want to hear the real words. All black,
Real
you're
song.
a jack Sunday night. Quarterback, sack attack, Halloween
it's-
fright.
It's a Joan Jett song. I hate myself for loving you.
Oh, I hate myself for loving you. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Steelers and the Browns are gonna put up a fight. You got Big Ben and Heinz Ward too. Sunday night football, life for you.
Man. Good thing
I could do this all
we're
day.
broadcasting this. Yeah. You're good at it. Yeah.
Hey Jack, Cracker Jack, quarterback sack.
Oh, I wanted to talk
Something
about something.
stupid like that.
Since we're on the topic of football and this came up and we didn't explore it.
I also just wrote down the name Ronnie Lott because I was thinking like that's a great name, Ronnie
Let me
Lott.
go. I'm looking up our text. I want to make sure. Oh, Mike Tomlin. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a professional football coach coaching high school football?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like a different job altogether.
Well, that is totally true. Like a high school football coach job is to coach football.
It's like,
That's
hey,
the big difference.
Get your hands up. Get your hands up.
You gotta get
Light on your feet.
There's a guy on TikTok who always does the like he we know for having played team sports in high school, the coaches are all the same. And like when they're showing you how to do the thing that they're trying to tell you how to do, they do it with so much speed and intensity.
Are you talking about
You know what I mean?
Nikki
They're like,
Cass?
You got to get your hands inside. You got to come up and get inside. You know, they're
Are you
always
talking about?
like,
Are you talking about Nikki Cass? Are you talking about
I
Nikki
don't know,
Cass?
I don't know
That
his
guy?
name, but probably. Yeah.
He's like a
He
blonde
lives in
guy.
his backyard. Yeah.
Yeah. He's funny.
great.
I follow him on Instagram. Yeah. But he's like talking about baseball. He does a lot of baseball stuff.
Yeah.
No, and he always wears a pillow under it.
Suit, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's high school football, right? Like you gotta just
Yeah. You gotta, come on and go. You guys are coming in. You're like this. You're coming up. You're putting your hand. You got to get in there, put your hands in, and go.
Yeah. Maybe it's funnier to think of a high school football coach that's coaching professional football.
I mean, a professional football head coach's job is he's almost like an elected official or the team's spokesman, right? Like how much of a head coach's job now is interfacing with the media rather than, and like how many, I don't even know how many coaches run on NFL staff. 50?
Yeah, too many. That's for sure.
What's great is when it used to be 2.
Right.
I'm watching. Do you watch Winning Time? The Lakers Showtime show?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I know. We've talked about this.
John C. Reilly as Jerry Buss is so great. Anyway, this week was I think the last episode ever. The season was shortened from 10 episodes to 7, I think because of the writer's strike, maybe. And so they just, like, the show just ended. Like, there were storylines that they were still opening up, and it ended in such a weird spot. And then it just had like 3 screens of graphics, like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson went on to each win 2 championships. And it's like, well, wasn't that going to be the show? Anyway,
should have showed us that. Yeah.
The best part about that is you see like how much the NBA has changed, right? So the head coach at the time, Paul Westhead, was one of the first to bring on an assistant, right? And then there's like, as the show progresses later in the years, he's like, yeah, some teams are carrying 2 assistants now. So I think we're going to be okay. Now, like, I don't even know where the players are in the NBA bench. You have to look for them. They're like down the line next to 8 guys in quarter zips.
Some of them are in the second row.
Yeah.
2 rows. The bench is 2 rows now.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like NFL, I just think about like Vince Lombardi standing out there in a trench coat.
Come on, fellas. Tie your pants and get out there and move some bodies.
Tie your pants.
They had pants with ties.
Yeah, they still do, I think.
They had to tie their pants back then.
Yeah, I actually think about football pants maybe every time I'm watching football. They're very unique in the world of sports uniform. What are they?
Yeah, you can't. Well, let's put it this way: you can't like sell those at Champs Sporting Goods. And people go buy them.
Right, like you can get a pair of basketball shorts. You can even buy baseball pants at Champs. You can't really buy football pants.
Not as like a like walking around pants. They're not good walking around pants, but they are bike pants.
I would actually say baseball pants might be excellent walking around pants. They're just not used in that manner.
Only the Sansa ones, man. I think they need to go back to that look. We had with the snaps that never stayed snapped.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what we had when we played baseball, right? We didn't one size fits all pants. Just figure it out.
Did you wear a cup?
I think so. I can't remember.
I think we had to at some level.
Yeah, maybe.
What a dumb invention.
The cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It just, I'm sure there are ways to get a better fitting cup, but like, again, it's youth or adult. That's it. Those are the 2 sizes. Right. And figure it out.
Yeah. And people come in many different shapes and sizes.
And the orientation is just doesn't really make a lot of sense.
The mechanism for holding it in place, the jock strap, is even crazier.
I don't understand that. I never figured that part out.
Neither did I.
It was like worse.
It's assless. It's assless. It's an elastic band. We need a visual. Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. And I don't know if there's any women who have ever or will ever watch our show. Most likely not. But this is what they recommended we use for playing sports when we were younger. What the fuck is wrong with people? This is it. Look at this guy. The crowd pleaser.
Is that what it's called?
This is it, though. This is the one that we all were asked to use.
But it had a slot for the cup.
But I want to see the rear view. to get the fact that it's assless.
We get it. Let's not do that. Let's not do that on this.
Oh, this is like a fashion one.
Yeah, they all are because they don't make them. There's no like athletic ones.
Oh wait, you're not even.
No
one
one
even
wears
watching. I wasn't even sharing my tab. Thank God, because there was some bulge.
Let's close it.
Yeah, let's go down. Let's go down a different path. But you can see here the shock doctor.
Yeah,
assless.
we get it.
So you wear that thing in the locker room, and your ass is hanging out, and you've got a strap around you. What are we thinking
It doesn't make
here?
any sense. It's like an extra. It's an extra thing that is unnecessary.
So I know that NFL players don't wear them because you can clearly see all of their penises when they wear those pants. Like some more than others. Frank Gore comes to mind as a famous. Like it was borderline obscene. Like I don't even know how they got away with showing it on TV.
You weren't kidding when you're saying that you're mesmerized watching NFL games by the pants.
Told you, man. Go deep. Also, the pants hold the pads in place, which I think is the whole thing. I think the whole thing was like, we need really tight pants to hold the pads in place because we can't strap pads around you. I guess you could.
Well, at some point they, the pads have, I think there's pockets in the pants.
Yeah, there's like little, pockets. Yeah.
So, but it's funny going back to like 1940s football where those pants weren't tight.
I'm not looking at
Did you really like have you ever
pants.
Have you ever explored the history of American football and gone like way back? Like the Roosevelt administration?
No, but these are really fucking cool, man.
Used? Yeah, you can only buy used ones from players. Oh, look at those pants.
See?
On the right.
They lace up.
You popped it out. You got to go back to the first screen. Not those ones.
Is this what you're talking about?
Kind of. But those have the Reebok symbol. So I'm talking about the ones on the far right, like they're actual pants, but they have the 49ers stripe.
Oh, yeah.
When you click on, so that pops it out. I can't see it. There you go. Oh, they're pajama pants. Those are kind of cool.
I like that. I'm surprised this hasn't caught on more.
What are the other teams?
It looks like they got them
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our pants, dude, kind of suck.
They're the worst. These are great. The Browns uniforms are great. I bet the Bears are awesome too. Yeah.
Who else has good stripes? Bengals are terrible. Click on those. It's like
I want to see. Actually, the Bengals are kind of cool.
No, I hate that. I think they have the worst jerseys in the league. Always.
They have the biggest opportunity to make the best uniforms, but they are the worst. I agree.
I like the helmet. I think the helmet's very cool, but like the way they try to put those tiger stripes in it just makes it look like a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
The Steelers pant. I've been wanting the Steelers to go to like what the Browns wore on Monday night. All white for aways and all black for home, but they always fuck it up. You don't need the gold stripe on the pants. Like the Ravens, how they have no stripe, they're black pants and then black shirt. They look so cool.
I thought the Steelers had gold pants with a black stripe.
They do. What I'm saying is I want to see monochromatic. I want to see white away jerseys with white pants. And I've done it in Madden. It looks awesome.
No, it doesn't. The Browns had that. I know, but it's not.
Looks great. And the all black. Good. No, come here. Look at this.
You're off the window.
Relax. I got it.
Relax.
So look, these are great. All black pants, no stripe. I just think they look so cool. These guys look intimidating.
Yeah, but that's the Ravens.
I understand, but the Steelers can do it too. The Steelers can also make black pants.
You want every team to wear one color. Whether they're home or away, white or the other color.
I want to see the Steelers finally pick a uniform combo that has the pants and the jersey as the same color. That's what I'm saying. It can be all gold. It can be all white. It can be all black, whatever. I just want to see one color. And they never do it. They actually did. They did it with what was it, like a few years ago? But it didn't look right because they made the gold stripe too big on the pants.
Well, and the numbers were gold. That was their throwback, or like their alternate jersey, right?
Right. Yes. Like I don't like them. The Bumblebee uniforms are phenomenal.
I agree.
You know why? Because they have different pants without a stripe. I'm telling you, dude. You got to ditch the stripe at some point. Like this was a missed opportunity. These pants with a white jersey and the black helmets would look so cool. So cool.
Yeah, down Antonio Brown picture.
This is as close as they came, but the stripe was too big. And the gold numbers, you were right. Like they just don't look right. This uniform was great. The block numbers, I like that. Mm-hmm. But, same pants.
I think I like the pants, man. I like the gold. I disagree that monochromatic is good because there's a lot of teams that do that. And every time it's like, you got to have something else going on.
Look at this. This guy's getting creative.
Blue.
All gold blue, looks red, cool. Well, they're trying to use the colors of the hypercycloid or whatever it's called.
That's a missed opportunity. That's not a good way. I think those are great looking jerseys. The gray, nah.
So here we go. Someone gets it. This is what I'm talking about.
I don't like it.
All white.
I don't like it.
Well, it's a stupid helmet. That's why.
I think gold pants are very cool.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Someone got it. This is exactly what I'm suggesting.
I think
you're telling me that doesn't look awesome.
I'm telling you, it wouldn't look awesome on the field. It would be annoying to watch after a while. I think the black is great, and I'd like the gold pants. Those are great. I wish they could somehow, with the jerseys today, they can't wrap the stripes around the whole way. Maybe. I don't know. I assume they would have.
They need a flex panel for those big those big guys.
That would be cool though. If the stripes went the whole way around, they should change them to that full time.
What do you think about going to the block letters or numbers full time?
I think it fucking sucks whenever they have the curve numbers on the helmet. They got to fix those.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of teams that have different helmets. The Steelers are not doing that anymore. This was the only alternate helmet they ever wore.
Right.
Otherwise, they only wear, and that's the thing that you got to change. Like, I would love to see the gray face masks come back. Are these gray? No, they're black. I would like as a throwback uniform with the block numbers, but they got to change the helmets.
They don't have to change. I mean, the helmets looked that way whenever they wore block uniforms. They just needed the block numbers. That's the Commanders.
These uniforms are great. I like the one that says Commanders across the whole front.
I hate that. In the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals have that this year. I think that makes it look like a fucking college team.
Yeah, well, it is. That's exactly what it is. That's the look they're going for. I like this one. I don't like the Cardinals. I agree with you on the Cardinals, but having one of your unis with this, I think is cool.
They're about to change that team's name again. They got a new owner. Hey man, if I spent $6 billion on a football team, I'm changing the name to whatever I want.
Yeah, this is cool. This is what I like to see. This is how I want to look at uniforms.
I think those are awful uniforms.
I love the number on the side of the helmet rather than the logo too. It's very college.
That's fine, but just the overall. I've gone and my comments have been published on a uniform specific blog.
Okay, let's hear it.
UniWatch. I go to that. I read that. I haven't read it that much lately, but what's that?
I find it.
UNI-watch.
Oh, no, I mean your comment.
Oh, maybe.
People who get it. Seahawks uniforms, I think, are in the top 3 in the league. I love their uniforms.
I think they could do away with those shoulder stripes.
These.
I don't like those. There's just no you can do something different with them. But I agree. I like the colors.
Let's see the full. Let's see the full lineup for this year. Oh, they're going. Those are cool. These throwbacks are cool. I mean, the silver, like with Boeing, I think that was why they chose silver back in the day, because Boeing is based in Seattle, which is cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm. That helmet is the best helmet in the league.
These are great. Like we were looking at the one with the gray pants. Again, monochromatic is my favorite. But I love the little like Aztec design on the, or whatever that is on the.
Yeah, it's got to be something that's.
And I love the middle of the helmet looking like carbon fiber. So cool.
The silver helmet that you just zoomed in on, TJ Metcalf, is the best helmet in the league. That should be their helmet. I love that logo, man. That logo is awesome.
Great. It is great. It is great. I mean, the green is a little bit, now coming back into style, but I guess they wore these already. Or maybe that's just like a computer generated image. No. Yeah, they're wearing them.
They must have worn them last year.
Maybe during preseason or something. I don't know if they do that.
Yeah, it's weird. And you can't really have these jerseys don't really have sleeves anymore. So it's tough to have. You got to put something on the shoulders. That's about it.
So have you seen Kenny Pickett? His sleeves are obscene. I'm wondering if you can still get like, look at this.
You're off. I don't see it. There you go. Those aren't sleeves. That's just like shoulder pads.
But like we're fully into his pectoral here.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if, as a quarterback, can you still get longer sleeves? Like, do they get options, or do they all get the same jersey?
That would probably be tough, right? Like, I think you'd have to
look here. He's got much more of a sleeve, right, than he does this year, which is like I'm seeing into his armpits.
I don't know. I don't think those are.
Markedly
different.
He's tucked this in. That's what he's doing. He's tucked in the jersey to his pads. I see.
Now we know his secret.
Yeah, we know what you're up to, Kenny.
Like there's no sleeves there.
I'm sorry, but this guy, he just,
you don't like him.
He doesn't look like a quarterback. I like him a lot. Like I'm rooting for him. I'm a big fan of his. Is he a quarterback? I don't know. He's got the name.
What's different about his look that makes you think he's not a quarterback?
That's a good question. Let me see if I can pinpoint it. It's something about he looks little. He's not little. He like plays small. Does that make sense?
Yes, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like he's a big guy.
Physically, just looking at him, he looks a little overmatched. He doesn't. Yes. He looks like he's a borderline NFL player physically.
That's exactly right. He's 6'3". He's a big guy.
But but I'll tell you what, like Aaron Rodgers, same thing. If he like before he walks out there in the huddle, he's not a particularly muscular guy. And this is not before he's muscular. He's certainly strong enough to. Right. He does. Well, those numbers are also inflated always across the board.
Yeah. So maybe he's actually not 6'3".
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
You know who looks like a quarterback when he takes the field? This guy.
Big Ben.
Mitch Trubisky looks like a quarterback. Can't play it, but fuck, does he look fantastic.
Well, that's how people make mistakes on guys like Ryan Leaf, right?
Mitch Trubisky.
They look the part. Hey, he's stuck around in the league for 10 years now? I mean, he's obviously half decent.
No, he's only like 5 years into his career, I think, right?
No, he's not. Stop. He's been playing for at least 8 years.
He's 29 years old. So yeah, unless he came out did he come out when he was really young? Let's see.
Let's find out.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is his 6th season. No, this is his 7th season.
It. 7th,
yeah.
Okay.
No, dude. He was. I don't think he was been around that long. because he was a number 1 overall draft pick, right?
I don't know about that. He might have been a
early.
first round pick, was he?
2nd overall. Yeah.
Second. Yeah, he was pretty early.
Yeah, he was pretty early. And like, look at this. He went 11-3 in 2018.
Made the Pro Bowl.
Completed 66% of his passes. This is great. 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns, 12 picks. I don't understand. So he made the Pro Bowl. Yeah, like if
it's weird that guys like him have a season like that, and it looks like they gave him 2 more years, and for some reason he just didn't do it.
Just didn't do it. I mean,
years.
Yeah, he kind of did. The next year,
not really.
8-7,
17-10. That's not
17-10.
great.
Yeah, but about the same number of yards. I mean, I guess this is what 7 touchdowns difference. That's pretty significant.
I wonder what the stats for if we're going to use like WAR, what like a replacement level quarterback is in the NFL.
Speaking of which, the last thing I have written down in my notebook, Yakko. Learned about this last night during the Next Gen Stats broadcast. Yards after catch over, I think it's like, I don't know what the E stands for, but it's like
contact.
Replacement level. It's basically how many yards after catch over what the average NFL receiver would have gained did this person just gain? So Deebo Samuel is, that's what they were talking about. He's famous for getting lots of yards after catch. So they were showing the Yakko on each of his catches. How many more yards he gained than the average NFL receiver would have.
Interesting.
It's interesting to think about, like, if that's the stat they're sharing on TV, like, what are the talent evaluators looking at?
Yeah, right. Which, again, kind of goes back to how many people do you need in the room as coaches? And how many, there's definitely that divide, right? It's definitely the Moneyball situation where you got
this isn't
guys
a bad year.
Calculating Yakko and then guys being like, he looks like a football player.
Right. Mitch Trubisky, good face. Square jaw.
Yeah, square jaw.
Good kid.
Really good kid. Yeah, really good kid.
Comes from a good family. He's got both feet on the ground, coach. I tell you that. You pick this guy, you are not going to live to regret it.
Yeah.
This isn't a bad year.
That's right. Second overall. He played quarterback at North Carolina. Are we sure we want to do that? Yeah.
Yep. Dead sure.
North Carolina won. They won the GalleryFurniture.com Bowl with. You think they would without Mitch Trubisky?
Dude, he must have gotten hurt this year. 6-3. So he started 9 games. He won 6 of them. Again, high completion percentage. 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's like.
I think at some point he got benched.
You got benched after going 6-3?
Maybe.
And throwing twice as many touchdowns as interceptions.
Click on the 2020 Chicago Bears. Let's see who was on that roster.
Wait, this isn't. This is giving me the full standings. So where's NFC? Chicago Bears. I think I clicked on 2020 instead. Okay. Who's on the roster?
Year.
Who took his job?
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. I think it was Nick Foles.
Yeah, he played 9 games.
No, let's see. He started 7 and he played 9. So that means he can't. I'm guessing an injury.
You're looking at rushing and receiving. Is there quarterbacks?
Am I looking at rushing and receiving?
Go.
Yeah, you're right.
Go. Is it up? QB1s. They're always the most important.
Passing. Here we go.
There we go. Like maybe they made a change. I don't know.
Well, if they did, they made the wrong change. Or maybe it's the other way around and Foles started the season.
What's QB REC? Are we saying it's 6-3 winning record?
Team record in games started by this QB. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, maybe they brought in Nick Foles and it didn't work out. It certainly wasn't Tyler Bray.
Only one way to find out. Let's go to the game log.
That's right.
There's a game log.
Chicago Bears. This is good content. Let's relive the 2020 Chicago Bears season.
Oh man, we're gonna have to go through all of these. Yeah, I don't care that much.
Man, it was COVID. It was a weird time. Mitch Trubisky was coming off the bench, and
let's just pick one.
Okay.
Box score for the Carolina game. I don't care about all that. Nick Foles. So yeah, probably Foles started the season.
Maybe. They hated Trubisky. That was the thing. And that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's like, do you really hate people, or do you just know enough people that hate him that you decided that you also now hate it?
No, Trubisky started week 1. This is very confusing.
He must have gotten hurt.
Yeah. Anyway, never came back from it. Never did come back.
R.I.P. Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, and that's one of those things. Like, man, you just can't. He can't get it figured out. It's weird that stuff like that happens. And at some point,
he always looks nervous about something.
Here's the thing. At some point, when you're, especially in professional sports, like, you can't get better. No matter how hard you try, you just kind of are the player you are, and you're not going to improve.
That's interesting. I wonder if that's true. Like that.
Age is a big part of that.
If that's true, why are there even coaches there?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got you stumped.
I saw something I want to talk about.
Okay.
So when they interview athletes, and usually with soccer players, where English isn't their first language, and they either interview them on an American, like ESPN, they get sound bites from them. They're either coming from that person and the way they speak, or they're coming from a translator, and the way they present the thoughts of this player are always so much more regal than if they went to an NFL locker room.
Translator?
Or whatever, baseball locker room. Yeah, the translator. It's so great. Yeah. So there was one on Lionel Messi, and he was mad. He's just talking about his play. And they were talking about he's getting older, right? He's 36. And so this is a quote. "I don't notice if my level of play is declining. I stop and play as always. But there is a reality. I'm older. I have 1,000 games behind me, and time passes for everyone." What a great quote. I love that.
Time is an infinite river flowing in slow motion.
Argentinian, Lionel Messi. They're like poets.
A simple ship bobbing in the waves of time's current. Translating in general, like, but it's always like that too. And it's always like, well, he said 4 words, so I could hear him. Right? He was like, and they're like, when the mother's milk drips down from to the child receives it and is grateful for it for eternity and carries it on into their endeavors. It's like, he didn't say that.
No. You go to like any match report for a soccer game in Spain, and that's kind of what you get. It's so great. How did you
stumble on these?
It was one of the ESPN. I've noticed it for a while, but yesterday the ESPN had on their sidebar, they had a Lionel Messi story. So I just clicked on it, and that was one of the quotes.
Would you go see Messi play in Miami, or like if he was in your area?
Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't pay $2,000 to go see him. Like, I'm not going to pay $100 to go see him.
Tickets cost?
Yeah.
You're shitting me. For the MLS games?
There was a story that about Miami played in Atlanta.
For his first game or something. Wow.
Well, the away games are like the first game, right? Every time he goes to a new stadium, it's like a thing. But he didn't play. He ended up not even playing. He didn't even make the trip. The story was a guy was on Twitter, and he found that he spent $2,000 on tickets for maybe he bought a couple for $2,000. And they were pumped to go. and he was following Leo Messi on Twitter or whatever. And the day before the game, Leo posted a picture of a pizza he was eating, of course. Got 1 billion likes. And the guy's like, that pizza place, he opened the box. He's like, that pizza place is in Miami. Is he not in Atlanta? Is he not playing? And that's how he found out that Leo wasn't
That's
playing.
hysterical.
I know.
So people went and spent all that money and they didn't get to see Lionel Messi.
That would be tough.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand. Yeah. I guess people are buying well in advance of the game. So he probably didn't know he wasn't going until later. And yeah, that sucks. I'd be pissed.
The NBA's cracking down on that.
Right. Because that's a big thing in the end. Well, because the NBA is like getting big on load management because the best players in the NBA are all over 35 years old.
Right.
Because Steph and LeBron, like they're old. They cannot play 82 games a year. What's the most you'd pay to go see Lionel Messi? Let's say they're playing the DC Thundercats or whatever the hell the DC's soccer team's name is.
Yeah. The DC no, you got it. DC Thundercats. They play at the Cattery. That's what they call it, the stadium.
The Petco
I don't know, man.
Feline Arena.
If you asked me, 20 years ago or 15 years ago, I'd be like, I'd pay a couple $100. But now I'm like, I gotta get there. The stadium's on the other side of the city. I gotta take an Uber the whole way there. It's such a pain. Like, I just gotta get home. And are they playing like a Wednesday night? I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
So the answer is zero because they are coming. They are coming to DC.
They are.
Well, yeah, the DC's got a team.
Well, I don't know. Do they all play each other?
Let's assume yes.
Okay.
And I care so little that I haven't even checked to see when or how much tickets are. So the answer
right. So let alone paying $200 to go and take time out of your life to do it. Yeah. I can't imagine if they ever play the New York Red Bulls in Newark, New Jersey, which is where they play. And that's like not far from me. There's no chance. There's no chance I'm going to Newark.
Nah,
I don't even want to go to Newark to go to the airport, and that's a pretty convenient option. Not going to Newark to see Lionel Messi.
Do you choose to fly out of a specific airport? Because I do. I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're like a little less than a half an hour from Newark, which in New York City metro area is like a big win because the airports are nowhere near the city. Which is good. I'm fine with that because I understand the reasons it is that way. And I'm a big advocate of allowing cities to flourish without highways. So I'm fine with that. Like, keep the airports outside the city. But in New York City, it becomes a problem when Allison and I just started staying overnight when we lived in the city at JFK because it would take 3 hours to get there. And it was unpredictable, completely unpredictable. So yes, I choose Newark. What about you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and as a matter of fact, I picked an airline to do the loyalty based on which airline flew out of DCA more.
Oh yeah,
not because I like the airline, but because I like the airport.
Same. I like Delta way better, but I can't go to JFK to fly. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The DC, and we've talked about this. DCA is amazing, dude. When we lived in the middle of the city, I could get into an Uber and I'd be through security in 20 minutes.
That's
through
incredible.
Security.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty quick through security now because of Clear and PreCheck, which are they could charge $10,000 a year for Clear and I'd pay it. I don't 20. It doesn't matter. It's worth it. Like it is such a game changer. But living close to an airport is also a big game changer.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't travel's tough, man. It wears you down, especially as we get older. Like it's a lot. So that's a big win.
I mean. That's a big part of it is being on the airplane is you're going to get that no matter where you fly out of. But like the process of getting to the gate from your house, that matters to me.
Yeah.
And it's so, dude, I don't know how I'm ever going to live in a place that doesn't have 3 airports within a 45-minute drive.
Well, you might never have to. You might never have to worry about that.
That's the plan.
LaGuardia just got redone. Well, actually, so there's a couple of new things. LaGuardia just got redone in Newark.
Terminal 5 at LaGuardia, Terminal 1 at Newark just got rated.
Terminal A at Newark.
They just came out with new rankings and Newark went up because of the new terminal. That's what they
It's
said.
beautiful. You know why? It's got the feel of like a European or like a international airport, which all look the same, by the way. All international airports have the same signage, except for America, where every single one is different. But Terminal A in Newark is great. It's clean. It's big. It's like clearly labeled where things are. It's nice, and they have good food options. I'm sure over time it will deteriorate like all airports do, but it's nice. But the problem is that like nothing flies out of Terminal A.
What is Terminal A? Is that like commuter flights or what?
It's interesting. When we went to Miami, I flew on Terminal A, and when I went to Dallas, I flew out of Terminal A. So I think it's like shorter regional flights.
American Airlines.
United. It's United's terminal.
Newark is all
United.
Dallas. United to Dallas.
United everywhere. From here, it's their hub, so it's United everywhere.
United. Oh, Newark is not.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Got it. That makes sense. That was the thing. I liked United, and I actually had them, but they fly out of Dulles. They don't fly out of Reagan. And Americans got like 70% of the flights out of Reagan. I'm like, okay, I'm switching.
So there's an interesting thing happening with American Airlines right now in the corporate travel world. Airlines are now mandating that their inventory, which now goes through a middleman called a global distribution system. There's several global distribution systems. So the airlines send all their inventory to these global distribution systems, who then distribute them to the travel management companies, who then present them to corporate travelers, right? That's the way it's been for a long time. But these global distribution systems are like the same thing as what I found when I started at FedEx. Green screen computers, like DOS. It's still running on very old systems. So the airlines have now mandated that each travel management company and global distribution system sets up a direct connection. It's called NDC, new distribution capability. So they have this direct connection with these companies. The problem is these travel management companies are not technology companies. So they have no idea how to do this. American got frustrated and finally said, if you don't have it done by this date, we're taking 40% of our inventory off. And they did. So
Wow.
Right now we're the only company that has that connection set up. So like 90% of my meetings on a daily basis are with companies who don't have access to 40% of American Airlines inventory. And they have to change major things in their company because of it.
Wow. Interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah.
I just bought a flight. I'm going to Chicago on Monday. Monday.
Did you get it through Agencia?
Yeah.
They don't have an NDC connection. So if next time you're checking for flights, since you fly American, look to see, just check, go on the American's website and see if the same inventory is there.
Got it.
Yeah. If you remember to or care to.
I would prefer to just be able to book my own flight directly through American, but that's not an option anymore.
No, it isn't. But if you had a certain software, it would look and feel the same way.
Yeah. You can talk to the folks over at Bank of California, as a matter of fact.
I'll let them know. What? I'll look it up. I'll look it up and see if anyone's talked to them about it. I'm not going to, say anything. I'm just going to look.
You can say
that'll be interesting. Well, I don't want to blend those two worlds. But yeah, so that's the thing that's going on in the airline industry. And on average, those flights are the flights that go through their NDC because it enables them to do something called continuous pricing. So now when they pass inventory through, they can only pass inventory through at certain price points. And if they want to change it, they have to change it by a certain increment, right? So if the flight was $250 and now there's a bunch of seats left and they want to sell it for $200, I don't think I totally understand it, but what I do know is that it allows them to do continuous pricing. So it allows them to continuously change, basically do surge pricing, so that the ticket automatically will adjust based on inventory. Huge advantage for the airlines, but you're paying an extra 25% more on the inventory that is available as well. It adds up. Save 15% by switching to Navan.
And I think that does it here for the Rich and Josh show.
when we got into corporate travel, I knew that was going to be too much. Yeah, I got to get the day started, but I'll keep you posted on the iPhone.
Yeah, not just me, the world at large, our viewership.
Don't worry, folks. I'll get it.
All right, later, dude.
All right, later.